Welcome back to Tour with Shailesh for yet another episode on Indian healing, wellness, and traditions. I am in conversation with Guruji Yogi Shivan, and today we're going to talk about life. What is life?
What is life? This question was there from the very beginning of history of mankind. But so far, nobody could give an explanation about life. But many people experienced what life is. The people who experienced life, we call them sages, rishis, who saw something which is beyond the limitation of our senses. So life cannot be explained but can be experienced.
So you answered the question yet did not answer the question.
Because for life there is no answer through the senses. If I want to tell, like this question was asked to Yajnavalkya Maharshi by Gargi. She was asking the same question, what is life? Master said, it is beyond explanation. If you start thinking about life, your head will be exploding. Then Gargi asked, then what else I should do? Then Master said, go and meditate. The same question was asked by Swami Vivekananda to his master, Paramhamsa. He said, I want to tell, but Mahakali, my Kalima, is holding on my throat. I don't know how to explain that. But sage Patanjali said, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. If you want to understand the meaning of life, arrest the functions of your mind. Then you can experience that. So all these masters tried to explain, but I know that question will remain unanswered until we get into that deep level of understanding.
So let's look at it from a different perspective. What is the purpose of life?
It is a continuation of the same explanation. Nobody can explain the purpose of life. See, we have 108 basic Upanishads. Among these 108, Kathopanishad is very, very powerful. Of course, all Upanishads are explaining the meaning of life and purpose of life. But I felt very much interest with this Kathopanishad. You know why? A boy, Nachiketas, started searching for the meaning of or the secret of death. That is how the Upanishad is narrated. So he went to Yamaloka, the world of death, in search of Yamaraja, the god of death. So when god of death came to know that one boy is approaching, the god got frightened. He started running away from the boy. Actually, what's happening? In normal life, when death approaches, everybody is scared. The ultimate fear is the fear of death. But here, Master is explaining something through Nachiketas. Search for death, then the death will start running away from you. So finally, boy caught him. Then the Upanishad is explaining the conversation between the god of death and the seeker, a person who has the determined mind for the secret of death. Finally, death will be defeated in front of you. And it explains the technology of molecular management. But if we read in a peripheral way, it will be something like superstitious. But actually, that Upanishad is explaining the ultra-modern science, especially relativity theory. It is saying that catch hold of the heat in your body. Heat means tapa. We know very well, heat can make the molecular changes, like water. If we boil the water, it will be transformed into vapor. If we boil again, that vapor will be converted into gas. Remove heat from that, you will get vapor again. Cool down, remove the heat from the vapor, you will get water. Again, you remove heat from water, you will get a solid ice. That means the player behind this different manifestation of molecule is the heat, tapa. That is why people who practiced this technique known as tapasas. The process of experiencing the different level of manifestation is called tapas. So India is the land of tapasas, rishis. They declared that you focus your mind within the body. Wherever energy is focused, the heat will be increased. As if we try to increase the heat through a magnifying glass. Same way, mind is focused in a bindu, a point, you will get one point at mind. There, definitely, you can see the process of Big Bang. This is what in our all Upanishads, they said, Mahavisphodanam. There will be a Big Bang which can be experienced, but it is beyond explanation. The moment you understand the Big Bang, you will come to know what is the Big Crunch. This is what even Swami Vivekananda also said. Involution is death and evolution is birth. So now we are evolved into the manifested apparent world. But whatever is manifested will be converging itself into a darkness. That is what is called death. So when we understand this both sides of this manifestation, we will become the tapasa. Then there, death will not become serious. It will become insignificant, and the birth also will equally be ignored. So when we go beyond these two ends, there will be immortality. This is what he said, Shranandu Vishwe Amridasya Putra. Hey children, the moment you understand the technology, the secret of heat within the body and within this nature, that is no more affecting you.
How does one find the true meaning of life?
Only way to understand the true meaning of life is introspection. It is called Pratyahara in Ashtanga Yoga. There are 8 steps for the discipline of understanding the meaning of life. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. These 4 levels are known as Hatha Yoga. Yama means we have to control certain things. Niyama, we have to discipline ourselves. Then Asana, which we have to do some stretches, which will produce certain heat in the joints, and later it will produce some kind of hormones in the body. Then Pranayama is the basic exercise for getting mind under control. Then the 5th one is Pratyahara, withdrawal of mind from external objects. Then Dharana is fixing it, focusing either in an object or a subject. Then once the focused mind started merging with the muscle, Pranam, Mano, Dvayamidam, Vilayam Nayityu, Moksham Sagachadi. There, the hidden glands will be activated in our body. Then we will start experiencing something which is beyond comprehension. That is dhyana, meditation. Then through meditation, we can establish ourselves into something which is beyond our senses, which we can say energy, God, truth, reality, infinity, whatever it is. Because words are coming through the mind. Mind is not able to understand the reality. So the purpose of life is to establish ourselves into that reality, and the technique of doing that is one-pointed mind, concentrated mind through systematic meditation.
It has been said that life is a healer. How?
Healing is necessary when disease is there. So when we focus our mind to the ultimate reality, what is the necessity of healing? So that process itself is healing. We are told by our masters as this present life is a degeneration of something which was higher. Healing is not necessary for a person who can make a journey towards the reality of our existence. The same fact was explained by Narayana Guru also. See, he wrote many poems according to the level of understanding of the people who approached him. Like some people said they want Sharada Devi, then Sharada Ashtagam is written. Somebody said we need Lord Shiva, so Shiva Ashtagam is there. So Master wrote many things according to the needs of different levels of people. But the real seekers approached him who wants to understand the reality of existence. For them, he wrote Atmo Upadesha Shadagam. 100 slokas. Shadagam means 100. 100 slokas for the seekers who cannot compromise with the rituals, ideals and all these things. They wanted the reality. Withdraw your 5 organs and focus it in one point. This is what Patanjali said. Adha Yoga Anushasanam. Now I am explaining what yoga is. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Arrest the functions of your 5 senses. There you will come to know who you are. The healing will be done by yourself. The joy will be created by yourself. Misery will be created by yourself. And everything will be created or managed or destroyed by yourself. This is what is said. Drishti, Sthiti, Samhara. Birth, life and death. 3 are managed by our own self. This is the ultimate aim of life and the goal of yoga.
So birth, life and death, this is what is today. But then there are a lot of people who are curious as to what happened in our past lives.
We can trace out the past impressions of our memory. That technique is called Samyama. So before we reach to that unmodified state of existence, we can go through certain level of our memory. This question can be answered by guiding our memory back to the essence of our creation. There we will come to know what was the state of my existence before my birth and what will happen after this body falls. These 2 questions can be answered by directing our memory back to this reality.
Guruji, is there a life after death?
Definitely, there is life after death. What thermodynamics taught us? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. If one form of energy changes, it will appear in another form. So, if my body is a particular form of energy, when it changes, it has to appear in another form and it will appear. Scientific truth can be experienced in our deep meditation. Energy is only the reality, but the manifestation is an illusion. When we go beyond the illusion, we will come to know life is there after every existence.
So Guruji, life is a heavy subject and I think we just touched superficially because it's something which, as you say, needs to be understood and felt within. And we can go on, but then we have shortage of time, so we need to limit ourselves within this time frame. And I think we have been able to convey the essence of life before and after as well in here. So thank you very much for joining us for yet another episode on life. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe by hitting the notification button to stay updated on all the latest videos which is being posted on this channel. The next episode is going to be a very special one, as that would be the last conversation with Guruji in this particular series, and it comes with an interesting competition as well. So don't miss out on it. This is Shailesh signing off.